Weather first.
Good evening. I'm Storm Team meteorologist Reed Yaten. Colleen Peterson has the night off. Let's take a look at your big weather story. And your big weather story involves rain or the lack thereof tomorrow, but there's more rain in the forecast. Our temperatures right now, 69 in the city. We're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 60s outside the viewing area. We'll be discussing in about 15 minutes when the rain will be returning and how it's going to impact the PGA. That's ahead. Right now, the WHAS11 News Night Team is starting.
The WHAS11 Night Team is all new right now at 11 o'clock. New since 6. Police charge a man in the killing of a woman inside an old Louisville retirement home. Plus, a small plane heading to Louisville crashes near Nashville. And ahead,
I knew this was going to happen, and it's just a shame that it had to happen.
Another federal investigation launches in Kentucky, this time the DOJ focusing on Kentucky's juvenile detention centers. And the dash cam video from the semi that crashed, hanging off the side of the 2nd Street Bridge. New at 11. Students joined protesters on the U of L campus, calling for the school to cut ties with Israel. Right now on the WHAS 11 Night Team. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the Night Team. Happening news since 6 o'clock. Louisville Metro Police arrest a man tonight, charging him in the stabbing death of a woman at an old Louisville retirement home. It happened early this morning. The shocking killing, stunning residents there. Arrested tonight, 73-year-old Kenneth Muse. Police say he was staying with the woman at her apartment there. It happened here at the Friendship House on South 4th Street. Investigators say Muse is the one who called 911 and admitted to stabbing the woman to death. Christian Care Communities, a nonprofit, operates the retirement home. Its president and CEO, Mary Lynn Spalding, spent the day helping staff members and reassuring residents.
We have a chaplain here on staff that is working very closely with individuals because we provide a lot of spiritual support. And I would ask the community just to continue to keep everyone in this community in their thoughts and prayers.
This is the 7th homicide Louisville Metro Police detectives have investigated since late Friday night. Today, Louisville Metro Police Major Arnold Rivera said despite the high numbers, the department is making progress in bringing justice to victims.
In this week alone, we've made 5 arrests on homicides, and we get tips almost immediately. The community stepping up and helping, I feel, energizes our investigators.
That's good information to hear, and if you have any information that can help in any of these cases, you can call Metro Police anonymously. The number to call, 574-LMPD. You can now also use their online portal. We've got a new update here tonight to the breaking news that we brought you at the end of WHAS 11 News at 6 tonight. Investigators in central Tennessee are combing through a large debris field after a small plane headed to Louisville crashed this afternoon. The plane crashed near Franklin, Tennessee, just south of Nashville at around 1 this afternoon after leaving Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Investigators say 3 people were on board the small plane. There are no survivors. The FAA says it was a small single-engine plane, which is believed to have broken up while in the air.
We have had some calls, yes, of some debris in yards, driveways, around people's homes.
The debris field, by estimated, is about a half-mile long. We're still finding debris as we move forward with the investigation, so that'll be all turned over to the NTSB.
And the NTSB is on its way to the site to investigate what caused the crash there in Franklin, Tennessee. The names of those killed have not been released, and it's not yet been confirmed which airport in Louisville the plane was heading to. All new right now on the WHAS 11 Night Team, the U.S. Department of Justice is now investigating Kentucky's Department of Juvenile Justice. This announcement follows a lawsuit against the Adair County, Kentucky Youth Detention Center filed earlier this year by 2 women who claimed their children were abused and neglected inside that facility. WHAS 11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie found that state leaders are not surprised by the investigation.
The DOJ is stepping in to investigate allegations of civil rights violations at Kentucky's youth detention centers. One case that made news in Louisville involved the detention center in Linden. In 2022, a riot at the Adair County Juvenile Detention Center may have been related to a fire that broke out at the Linden Center. A few days before the riot, some juveniles were transferred to Adair County from that Linden Center. U.S. Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark announced the investigation Wednesday in a video, saying the DOJ will review whether or not there are unconstitutional conditions in Kentucky facilities,
including use of unreasonable physical and chemical force by staff, inappropriate use of isolation, failure to protect children from physical and sexual abuse, and adequate mental health care.
These facilities are using isolation, solitary confinement for children about 200 times per month. Their education is overly relying on computers and worksheets. Medicine has been withheld as a punitive measure.
Given the alleged conditions at the centers, the investigation wasn't a surprise to ACLU Kentucky legal fellow Kevin Mensch.
Issues with Kentucky's juvenile justice system have been going on for years.
Kentucky State Representative Kevin Bratcher of Louisville also reacting to the announcement. He sponsored a 2023 state law putting money into the system for improvements.
There's a lot of practices and culture in the DJJ system that needs to be changed. And we have been telling them in the legislature for years.
The investigation is focusing on detention centers in Kentucky that are mainly holding children who are awaiting a court hearing.
What I've seen in the past, they come in and pretty much overturn everything and dig from the bottom up. So that's what they need to do.
The DOJ's investigation will also examine whether the state provides the required services to children with disabilities. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer with photojournalist Elijah McKenzie, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.
In a statement given to WHAS 11 News today, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says over the past 4 years, the administration has enacted the most extensive reforms to the Department of Juvenile Justice since its inception, saying that they will also fully cooperate with this federal investigation. Today, Metro Council members heard from members of Louisville's Department of Corrections as they worked through the mayor's budget proposal. The mayor has proposed nearly $64 million to go towards the Department of Corrections. Department leaders say they've made a lot of changes to the department that has been plagued by issues in downtown Louisville. They include a new health care provider and new technology to help improve the physical and mental health of inmates, including vital monitors.
It's been around not in corrections. It's used in healthcare facilities such as nursing homes and hospitals. And what it does, we're placing those in our single cells, which are the high-risk areas, obviously, for folks with suicide to help prevent suicides. And it's a radar technology that monitors vitals.
Metro Council will vote on the full budget coming up soon on June 20th. Dramatic new video showing the inside of the cab the moment a semi-truck driver went over the edge of the 2nd Street Bridge, hanging on. The video gives a new look at the moment watched around the world as the cab of the semi was left dangling over the Ohio River for 40 minutes. The stunning new video was released in court today as the man accused of causing the crash watched with police and prosecutors. Trevor Branham is now out on bond, charged with wanton endangerment and driving with a suspended license. WHAS 11's Connor Steffen and chief photojournalist Philip Merle in the courtroom show you the new video.
It's our first look at the harrowing head-on collision that sent truck driver Sidney Thomas dangling over the Ohio. The first-person video released in court from inside and outside the truck cab played repeatedly as the man charged in connection with the crash, 33-year-old Trevor Branham, watched it from his wheelchair. Back to the dash cam video. We're going to slow down what happens.
That's the pickup truck right here.
Take a look at Branham's blue pickup truck. The video shows him heading right toward the semi after hitting this stalled car. You can see the pickup lose control and swerve right into the semi driven by Sidney Thomas. As Thomas tries to regain control, she's sent over the edge and left dangling over the Ohio River. Prosecutor Liam Sokon used the video to lay out the county's case against Branham.
To show how exactly his actions manifested indifference to the value of human life.
Branham faces 4 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment and a charge for driving with a suspended license. Branham's attorney, Scott Barden, argued for lesser charges, saying there were no serious injuries or deaths.
It's a traffic accident that happens every day. This one just happens to be on the news,
and they charged it as a wanton endangerment first because it's on the news.
And it was a series of actions that he intentionally made that led to what we have here today.
Connor Steffen, the WHAS11 night team, on your side.
And tomorrow here at 6 and 11, our WHAS 11 News exclusive interview with the Cisco driver, Sydney Thomas. For our talk, she meets me back overlooking the 2nd Street Bridge. Seeing it again is part of her plan of moving forward. This is the first time she's talking publicly, her first interview. She vividly describes going over the railing, the harrowing moments waiting to be rescued, and her message to the man charged with causing the crash will surprise many of you. We're calling it The Miracle on the 2nd Street Bridge, exclusive on WHAS 11 News at 6 and right here on the WHAS 11 night team at 11. And now happening tonight on the U of L campus, Louisville students joining a nonviolent protest on campus. More than 100 people in attendance speaking out against the war in Gaza. They also want U of L to stop supporting Israel. WHAS 11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Addie Hill covered the protest.
We want justice, you say how?
More than 100 U of L students, staff, and community members marched across the main campus against the ongoing crisis in Gaza on the 76th anniversary of a catastrophic event, ethnic cleansing of Palestinians called Nakba. It's personal for many Palestinian students, some who have lost relatives recently.
Since October 7th of 2023, I have bore witness to a new type of grief as I have lost nearly 100 family members in Gaza.
Students sharing how their families are still displaced decades after Nakba as they continue to speak out against genocide.
After all of this, over 200,000 of my people had been slaughtered. I know all too well what genocide is.
The speakers made their message loud and clear.
Free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine!
Community members like Metro Council District 6 candidate J.P. Lindinger also joined the nonviolent protests, calling on the university to divest from Israel.
And also to demand that the University of Louisville divest from Israel, divest from supporting the financial power of Israel.
Janine B. with the Louisville branch of Party for Socialism and Liberation echoed that same message.
We demand that the University of Louisville look at its Palestinian student and faculty population with the same care and concern.
Hoping this will put an end to Israel's war on Gaza.
We don't get it!
In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.